Do any of you have really vivid memories of him being there in the recording studio while you worked?
Extremely vivid. I mean, it was like a dream for a lot of us. I mean, we grew up, or I mean, in my case, I'm not going to speak for everyone. The reason I got into musical theater was because I heard Sweeney Todd at such a young age, and I just loved all of it. And I had the opportunity to tell him that, but he was part of all of our recording sessions and made sure that the intention was there behind every word that he wrote when he was 25, but also every intention behind every note that was sung and honoring Leonard Bernstein's legacy as well. It was so wonderful to have him in the room because he offered so much insight and told us about how he almost didn't take the gig when he was 25. It was his first professional gig, and his mentor, Oscar Hammerstein, said, well, do it. Maybe it won't go anywhere, but you'll have the experience. And here we are 64 years later, honoring his legacy now that he's passed on. And you know, I think his memory will always be such a blessing to us.
Ansel, what did he say to you in the elevator after the recording session?
Okay, so he was there, like Rachel said, in all the recording sessions. And at first, you know, I was just did it, and there were a few first sessions that went fine or well. But I remember one session where it was just overwhelming looking through the booth, the glass of the booth, and seeing Stephen Sondheim and Leonard Bernstein's family and Steven Spielberg. And yeah, I was intimidated. That's like insane. And it was like too much of a pinch me moment, and I couldn't even just sing and be a performer. And somehow maybe he planned it, or maybe I was following him. We ended up in the elevator together, just me and Stephen Sondheim. And nothing was said at first, and he turned to me, and this is, remember, after the session that didn't go very well. And he said, "The most important thing a young performer can have is confidence." And that was all he said.
Wow, now I wish that you'd played him in Tick, Tick, Boom.
And then I sort of, you know, opened the door for him. It was nice and said, "Oh, you know, great to see you, Mr. Sondheim," whatever. And he looked at me like, "Think about what I just said. Don't say anything else." And what's interesting is that he never came to another session I did. So he must have known that he was going to leave me with that. I believe it's actually the last time I'm not sure. So, but he never came to another session and gave me my space. But those words are burned into my mind. I think about them all the time, and it was the greatest advice he could have given me.